citizens, happiness forever. A beautiful day to our elders out there. Welcome to this week's edition of Senior Citizens Forum. Senior Citizens Forum is a weekly TV program specifically designed to highlight the joy, the plight, as well as the various challenges and the welfare of the older persons in Nigeria.
Senior Citizens Forum.
6 foods to eat for clean arteries. Clogged arteries can be dangerous to you in the long run as it can cause your blood pressure as well as your cholesterol levels to go up. The arteries are the one responsible for delivering oxygen from your heart to the rest of your body, hence they need to be strong, flexible, and elastic as well. Unfortunately, when the arteries become clogged, we become at risk of heart problems because there is not enough blood flowing through our system. Heart disease is actually one of the leading causes of death around the world, which is caused by plaques around the arteries that prevent blood from flowing properly. This can lead to heart attack eventually. That said, there are ways in which you can help clean your arteries out, and that is to add these foods to your diet. 1. Fatty fish. There is a common misconception that fats are not good for you. Although there is truth to this in some way, there are some fats that are actually good for your heart, such as those that are found in fatty fish. Sardines, tuna, and other wild-caught fish are among the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are known to be important for the heart. 2. Ginger. This root crop has been found to contain antioxidative and anti-inflammatory properties that can keep plaque from forming. It can also help reduce cholesterol levels and even triglycerides in your blood as well. You can make some ginger tea if you like, or chew on a few slices of ginger if you can manage it, or add it to your meals if you want to. 3. Coffee. Aside from being a good way to get yourself perked up first thing in the morning, or when you are feeling the afternoon slump, coffee has also been found to be effective reducing any clogging in the arteries. If you are not into drinking coffee, however, there is another alternative, and that is green tea, which is rich in antioxidants. Just make sure that if you are drinking water, you should ease up on the sugar and milk because they are high in calories. 4. Cinnamon. It has been found to reduce one's risk from atherosclerosis as well as heart disease. Not only that, but adding cinnamon to your diet can also lower your triglycerides, glucose, as well as LDL cholesterol, just to name a few. You can sprinkle some cinnamon on your smoothie or coffee if you like. 5. Turmeric. If you haven't tried turmeric before, now is the good time to do so. This is because turmeric comes with anti-inflammatory compounds that can reduce the damage to your arterial walls. You can add turmeric to your food, or you can make turmeric tea if you like. 6. Whole grains. Studies have shown that those who eat whole grains have thinner carotid artery walls, which ensures that your blood will be flowing better throughout your body. These are just a few examples of foods that have been found to be effective in cleaning the arteries easily. By adding these foods to your diet, you will be able to clean your arteries in no time.
This week, we shall focus on the topic, effect of cold weather on an elderly person. Cold weather is sweet on the skin, but deadly for the blood vessels of an older person. Most Nigerians, especially those above 50 years old, do not know the implications of the deadly effect of cold weather on the body. Once the body gets cold, the blood vessels start shrinking and the blood pressure starts to rise gradually without any warning. This is why in most cases the head becomes heavy and the neck gets stiffened in the morning. It is for this reason that the heartbeats becomes more pronounced. What happens is not malaria. It is also not age-related. It is equally not body weakness, but the blood pressure reacting to the cold weather.
During the cold weather,
I don't see the blood pressure of an elderly person behaving abnormally in response to the weather. It's unlikely that the weather will either elevate or result in reduced blood pressure. It's not. In fact, if anything, because people tend to sleep better when the environment is cold, you are not irritable, so the blood pressure should be well controlled during the cold weather rather than be out of hand.
How can one protect oneself? Most important, one must drink warm water first thing in the morning. Drinking warm water opens one's arteries gently, and it is better than jumping on food or bitter leaf on an empty stomach. As an elder, stay away from cold water. It has negative effects on one's body. Similarly, an elder should not bathe with cold water early in the morning. Warm water should be used to bathe.
They should keep themselves warm as much as possible. If it doesn't need to go out, it should stay indoors as much as possible. And they should encourage the consumption of warm water or warm tea. Their food should be consumed warm rather than cold. And then they may need to wear an extra clothing to prevent undue exposure to cold. I think with these steps, they should. And then, except it's absolutely, as much as possible, they should avoid getting beaten by the rain. Having to go out in the rain, they should avoid it.
The heart of an elder doesn't like being exposed to cold. It is shocking after sleep. Another important thing to do is for one to cover one's chest and feet at night, especially from 6 p.m. till the following morning. This is because cold enters one's body through the skin and lungs.
If an elderly person gets exposed to cold or gets beaten by rain, most likely will come down with cough and catarrh initially, and if not adequately treated, this might result in superimposed bacterial infection leading to chest infections, which we call pneumonia. And like I said, you see, naturally the body has some defense mechanism, and in the elderly person, sometimes these defense mechanisms are not all working optimally. So such little infection might result in catastrophic outcomes. So that's why it's very important for an elderly person and for anybody in actual fact not to get unduly exposed to cold.
Retirement good, retirement sweet, now the step to living a good old age.
The will, this is very necessary, very important, because when you get old, death can come knocking at any time. You should make sure you divide your things as you want, so that when you go, that is, after your departure, your belongings and the various things you have worked for, you've labored for, you've strived to collect in your life, will not go to the wrong hands. And apart from that, if a will is not prepared, these children, you don't know what can happen. It may make them turn against one another. Will, it may make children turn against one another, and you won't be happy. It is something that you should do, and do it with impartiality. And there's another very important one. Those who are not members of the family, those who don't even know anything about you or your will or whatever, they will try to poke nose. They will try to barge into the midst of your children. You should make sure that you block all this. Try and block them. And don't make your will known. What you have in your will, don't let it be known to any of the children. Because, number one, it could endanger the life of a beneficiary. Apart from that, it could even endanger your own life too. Apart from that, too, it can even bring disparity, enmity, and all these bad things, bad blood. It can breed bad blood within your children. Don't let them know it. But remember, you must have been impartial and be just. Then those who are not part of the family, those who don't even know anything about you or whatever you have done or how you have this, they will begin to go up and down. They can do anything. If it is known that you have, don't even let your that document, don't let it get into the hand of anybody. Because if it gets into the wrong hands, as I said, your life is in danger, the life of the beneficiaries are in danger, and your children could be turned against one another. And apart from that, the document itself can disappear. We have seen cases of where wills, this document disappear just like that. And because people could go to any length to get whatever they want to get. And you, as an elder, as somebody who has acquired all these things, you wouldn't like your things to get to the wrong hands or to cause strife among your children. So this is just an advice for each and every one of us. When you are getting old, make sure you begin to think about your will, even divide it. Divide your possessions for yourself. It's a very good advice. So that when you go, you'll be able to rest in peace and your children will be able to live happily.
Retirement good, retirement sweet, now the step to living a good old age.
It is advisable for one to drink coconut water and garlic twice a week as it helps in relaxing one's arteries. It is indeed a natural remedy. Also, it is advisable to avoid long fasting with BP drugs because cold plus hunger is a recipe for dizziness. One should not wait for a stroke sign before one takes necessary precautionary measures or steps to tackle it. Remember, cold plus blood pressure is a silent killer. One may look fine until one's heart gives the signals and then gives up if relevant things are not done quickly to restore normalcy.
Blood pressure, elevated blood pressure, which we call hypertension, most of the time do not have symptoms. If I can put it in layman's terms, until it gets to the 11th hour, a lot of people go about with elevated blood pressure without any complaints. The blood pressure will have done serious damage. That's why it says it's a silent killer. We have damage, and the problem with blood pressure is that it affects all the important organs of the body. It affects the brain, it affects the kidneys, it affects the eye, it affects the heart. And what it does is, when blood pressure is elevated and it's not controlled, it gradually damages all these various organs I've listed. So that until it gets to the 11th hour, quarter to, before the person starts manifesting. That's why I say it is a silent killer.
Other recipes for good old age include frequent walking, ability to control one's anger, exercising to prevent the body from being stiffened, drinking more water when using the air conditioner, and using diapers to increase mobility. Others include chewing to activate one's brain, tongue, and body, spending time peacefully. One should not sit idle, do things in moderation, and be happy at all times. When one is happy, it increases brain activation and makes one to be on top of the world.
Human beings should learn to take things easy. Take things as they come, avoid unnecessary worry, regular medical checkup, and as much as lies within your power, you make provisions for old age. In fact, the truth of the matter is that these days, people used to say they have sent their children to school, and as such, the children should be able to take care of them in old age. But things are changing. And so, as much as possible, you should, in fact, I read an article that said, as much as possible, your survival in your old age depends largely on you. So as a person, as an individual, you should make provision. You should not let your happiness depend on any other person. You should be the source of your happiness.
Senior Citizens Forum, a special weekly program on Lagos television that addresses the joy and the various challenges of the elderly.
When human beings grow older, definitely the changes are from scalp to the tip of your toe.
Hypertension affects virtually all the organs of the body. It affects the heart, it affects the eyes, it affects the kidneys, it affects the brain, every organ. More often than not, people don't know they have hypertension. Mm-hmm. The only way you can know whether you have hypertension or not is to measure your blood pressure.
For its sponsorship and advert placement, please contact the LTV Marketing Department or send SMS or call 0802 328 5359 or 0801 3888 1703.
The government should take statistics, data of the elderly, then come up with a policy that will help them.
Senior Citizens Forum is shown on LTV. Insurance companies, pension fund managers, healthcare providers, pharmaceutical companies, as well as telecommunications network providers are free to sponsor the program or advertise their products at moderate rates.
Yet another edition of Senior Citizens Forum on your dialing station.
It's Senior Citizens Forum.
Our retirees are the senior citizens. Our retirees are the senior citizens. Retirement good, retirement sweet. Now the step to living a good old age. Retirement is a good thing. Retirement is a better thing. Our retirees are the senior citizens. Our retirees are the senior citizens. Retirement good, retirement sweet. Now the step to living a good old age. Retirement good, retirement sweet. Now the step to
Retirement is good. Retirement is sweet. It is a step to living a blissful old age. One day you will retire. You won't go to work anymore. You won't have official powers anymore. No more influence, or at best a reduced influence, and your cash flow will also reduce. Therefore, you need to prepare well towards your retirement. The following tips will guide you to prepare adequately for your retirement. During your 30 days annual leave or your weekends while still in office, learn a trade or a skill, as it will come in handy when you finally retire. Cultivate the habit of regular savings to serve as investment towards your retirement. Build a house on a plot or half a plot, either a bungalow or a story building for yourself before you retire. Build a house anywhere. Don't say the place is far away or it is bushy. Ensure you have a building of your own to retire to. After your retirement, it is advisable you relocate to your hometown to reduce your high cost of living. Endeavor to have shares that pay good dividends. Develop interests in farming, like rearing chicken, rearing goats, piggery, cultivate vegetables, or own a shop. These activities will not only give you income, but will also keep you busy to stay healthy. Live a simple life. This is no time to use your retirement benefit to marry another wife. Neither is it a time to form the habit of purchasing asoebi every time. Cut your coat according to your size. It is not advisable to use your gratuity to build a house. If you don't have a house, relocate to your village after retirement and build a small house. Or your children might build for you. Please avoid someone who will come to you after you retire to say he or she can double your gratuity through unknown businesses or lottery. When you retire, do not stay idle at home. Engage in one or two worthy activities, such as involvement in your local community activities or religious activities. Ensure to do your medical checkup regularly. Note that many of retirees die early because 1. They are not mentally prepared for retirement. 2. Lack of finances. 3. Unable to interact positively among their peers. 4. Non-regular medical checkup. And 5. Depression, worries, anxiety, uncertainty, and financial pressures. Please plan for your retirement.
That's about all for today. Please join us same time next week for another interesting edition of Senior Citizens Forum.